Welcome back. Yesterday, I was at an event about IT in UCL, University College London. So I had a total shift of perception about IT, not from the people who were talking about IT there, but from a senior generation. I happened to come across a professor inside the university campus, and that professor was retired. She was not in service actively, but she was doing as a visiting faculty, and she must be nearly 80. Here I want to talk about not about the professor, about the views of a generation that have worked in ethics in IT. Ethics in IT is my topic today about you and a question from you. We never talk about any ethical things. We just talk about learn IT, learn AI. What's the impact is putting up on the lives of people, on you, me right now, the things that we hold in our everyday life. We don't even talk about that. We don't even think about that. And I was amazed to see that myself, who thinks that, okay, I every day update myself about IT and different aspects of life, and I attend different seminars, places, meet people. But I am not aware, running after IT, I'm not aware about the impacts and what other views are there. I was amazed to see that a professor of that caliber, she was amazing, amazing. Nearly 80 must be the way she was. And she was so intelligent, intellectual, that you feel like a fool in front of her. And the words she used about IT, that it should be ethical. Everything coming out of IT should be labeled. Nowadays, no one knows that what is ethical, what is not ethical, what is right, what is fake. There's most of the internet is full of fake, and we believe internet knowingly that okay, it should be right. The first point, because one more point is why she said that it should be labeled, because in the past she was a member of ethical society inside the UK market. So imagine her mindset, her level of influence, knowledge, information she must have. Imagine that. Why a person like that is saying, these people who work in these or who have worked in these capacities, they don't trust IT in terms of ethics because these are humanly made. These are done by companies. These are not done by IT itself, or AI is not a living person. AI is built by humans, but some of them, very few of them, use non-ethical parts where they profit themselves from. So what happens? That deviates the point of ethics from our life. I was shocked. Why I was shocked to see that a person of that caliber, I'm going to listen to people who are so young and talking to us about IT. And we forgot about a generation, in fact, generations who actually build computers, who know the basics of IT. We just know that IT can produce this for me, it can make a tool for me, it can make my job easier. But about the ethics, about the human life, it stunned me. Another point, when we were I had a long discussion with that person and inside the event, and I had the honor of sitting with her. Luckily, it was not my intention. I was having my food. Obviously, I was hungry after a long event, and I was having my food in the event. And then she came on the same table. And what happened? She started discussing about IT. We started discussing about a lot about the ethics and everything in IT, what's happening in the days, what she's been doing. And she has taught, she was a professor in USA as well for 15 years. And then she has done a lot. So one thing right now, a lot of the market is about recruitment, getting jobs in through the help of IT. One point of recruitment, she mentioned about the ATS system, that the IT system reads your profiles. The word she used, she said it should be illegal, and it is insulting. The word is insulting. It is insulting that a AI is judging a human being reading his or her profile or CV. That word shocked me. The whole conversation revolves around the word insulting. She said, it is insulting for humans that AI is reading their profile to shortlist them. People send 200 CVs, 300 CVs, and still no response because the AI system is rejecting them. And there is no other formula to give them opportunity. People clear universities, pass out colleges, still they don't get any opportunities. Why? Because there is a barrier of this unethical machine now. I love AI myself. I teach myself AI every single day, even if it's for 1 minute. I do that. I update myself about this. I've done degrees in IT. That means I'm not against AI. That means I'm pro AI or pro IT. I love that. That it made human life so easy and fast forward. But there are some limitations in certain factors that we have to take into account. And when I heard that from a person of that age, that caliber, I was stunned that we have forgotten about that. There should be seminars, there should be events, there should be proper debates about that topic. That it should be unethical or it is insulting that a AI is judging a human. There should be other factors they will be doing, the AI should be doing, but judging a human, it should not be done by that. It cannot be. So there is a whole lot of generation that we are wasting and doing injustice to. Because still, even you speak to the most advanced AI companies, they will still say AI is evolving. That means we are testing a generation. We are testing a generation just for the benefit of AI and for the benefit of money. You are ruining, or we are ruining, a whole lot of years of generations. In fact, 2 generations will be wasted before the AI is evolved properly. They will be done with injustice, and we are not even aware of that. So that ethical boundary should be there, should be discussed at least. I will be happy if people start discussing that boundary even. Not even it should be there. I'm saying if people start discussing, because that will at least have a hope of ray inside us as humans that, okay, we should have that in us. That ethical part should be there. So there were a few questions that came out to me in that event when I was discussing with that person. Event I will discuss later. That's a totally different thing. I will be upgrading you and updating on that part. What was in that event? What was the topic? But this was more important to me than the event. That was eye-opener to me. And that person does not use AI. Professor of computer sciences, they don't use AI. Can you imagine? Professors of AI have been in the past when they were aware of all the computer technology. Now they don't use AI. They don't use any of the companies. I don't want to name those companies, all the AI companies, you know that. They don't name that. They named in front of me that they don't use that. They don't trust that. What level of authenticity we have in our life? What world we are living even? We listen to people who give us adrenaline rush and we don't know the reality. Even I didn't knew that till now. I was shocked. So let's move to the questions. Should AI companies be legally punished when their algorithm manipulate human behaviors for profit? Look, should they be punished? I don't want to go to that harsh reality or harsh part. No. I believe they should be taught. I believe it's for the companies, even if they are aware of this unethical part, it is new thing. There should be regulations coming in mind and they all follow them. But it is part of certain bodies to enforce some laws, ethics in there. So no one should be punished. It is also a new thing in the market, AI. And the way it is evolving, even themselves, they are not aware. So there should be bodies that should regulate them and teach them, okay, under these boundaries, if we follow all the protocols, it is okay to go it into the society and use it. The second question was, is privacy already dead and are users themselves responsible for killing it by accepting every app permission? Who's going to read the permission, man? All we do is select, consent, accept all. Yes. Are we going to read the papers or all 10 pages just before every app, every button press? No one's going to do that. That's a lie. You know, I know that. But that's a question that came up. So I have to discuss with you. So privacy already dead long ago. I can assure you, I met a head of department yesterday in the university IT department, one of the IT departments. There are multiple in Berkshire and everywhere in UK. So they don't use AI. I was talking about one before, the female professor who acts as a visiting professor now. But now I'm talking about the existing head of department. They don't use LinkedIn. They don't use AI. They don't use Copilot, AI, Claude, all these factors. I use it every day. I love them because my life is so easy with them. It's very easy. But they don't use. The point is the top people, they don't trust these things. And the specific factor they said about the privacy, they don't trust this because of privacy. There's no privacy for me. There's no privacy for anyone. All our data is online, sitting there somewhere with someone. Anyone can use it with mobiles, these things accessible to them. But I am again amazed by the heads. They don't trust these. People whose departments are teaching these technologies, they don't trust these things. So, should government have a hidden master key to access encrypted messages for national security? That's a tricky question, but technically, yes, they should, because bad people live among us. So government should have a right, and they already have a right. Either way, they can do that. But the point is, they should, because they do it everything for our good. They are good people everywhere. So when bad people are among us, they're gonna hurt us even. So what the government is doing is mostly they protect us. That's what my stance is always, always my stance is. That is their job. They should have everything, every bloody thing on us, on everyone with them. If someone misbehaves in the society, they should, they must. Whatever you can say, oh, it's my life. No, it's not your life. You're living in their system, in their personal strata. You have to abide by the rules. And it is their duty to make sure the system is running smoothly. And for that, they need some authority. Just like our parents, they used to have certain, they can come into our rooms or they can check our bags when they think that, okay, our child is doing something wrong. So government is like a parent. So you should understand that. But these agencies, these departments, they are like parents. They protect us. They are the good guys. That's where a lot of people misjudge. So that you can contradict. It's up to you. But that's my stance. Are tech billionaires becoming more powerful than elected governments, and should they scare people? Tech billionaires becoming more powerful? Obviously, these are not, it's not about powerful. Government is always powerful. It's just about they can provide more services to governments. That's the only thing they're doing. They're not powerful. It's just a myth, I believe. So they are in a position where they can provide services to government. And it's up to the government and agencies and departments and enforcement departments that if they decide to choose that, okay, we need these kind of services, so let's give some layers and perks to this person or this company. That's the only thing. Why make a hype of that? Or they're more powerful? No, that's rubbish. If AI replaces millions of jobs, do tech companies owe society compensation? No, you should learn AI. Why should they give you money? They are bringing good to the society. They should be benefited. They should be getting money, and they are getting money, and it's their right because they brought something good to the society. You should be paying. I should be paying, and we are paying because we cannot bring anything like that. We are not capable enough to bring something good like that to the society. So be careful when you're doing. Be accountable. They have worked hard on it to bring new things to the society. That's why. Thank you. So, is it ethical for companies to collect biometric data that like face scans and voice prints just to improve convenience? Yes. It is again for your security. The whole world's data is there already inside the data centers, sitting somewhere, and we are not aware even. It's our bad capacity or low capacity that we are not aware of this. Awareness is the key. Knowledge is the key. That is why learn. Don't blame on government or other agencies or other what do you say, departments or companies, AI companies. Oh, why should they have it? Why should they not have it? You're using their devices, you're using their softwares, you're using their apps. If they allow you to use that service, why should they not have that data and permission? You do a yes and accept all whenever you install. So you have to understand you are using their facilities. They are not giving you for free. They are making it more secure even for your betterness, for your goodness, that if you access your app next time or your banking app or your personal apps, your photos, so you can press a fingerprint and make a log of it. Why should they not have it for you? Why you twist it on the AI companies? Why you twist it or we twist it? It's for your betterment, it's for your luck. So you should be positive and thankful to them they brought this service of security to you. That's another, cybersecurity is another domain that we'll discuss. I recently attended one seminar in London Stadium. I will share some videos of that as well. That was amazing. But the world has changed totally. Even I was not aware of anything. Even the gurus, they talk about these things. They know shit about security and data centers and everything. The way the planes are moving, the planes of data are moving and the security is needed. It's hell lot of different world now. That's how technology is evolving. So, what you would you trust an AI judge to decide prison sentences if it statistically made fewer mistakes than human? That part I'm not sure of myself. Why should I be sitting here saying, okay, I know everything? No, I'm not even aware of the intelligence of AI right now, that to which level it can decide. Eventually, humans should decide. Eventually, AI should assist and could assist and should assist, must assist, because it makes our life a lot easier. But eventually, in this part, I believe because it's a matter of humans, and eventually the final decisions based on the facts bringing out and summarizing the data, the final decisions should be by a human. That's what my mediocre stance is, but that's in your pocket because I'm not aware of that to what extent. I know it's scary. I know it's way extended, like extended to a level where we can't even imagine right now as normal humans. I know that now. But that is not my thing to decide. That's your answer. You should answer that in the comments for that. Should universities ban students from using AI tools like ChatGPT, or is resisting AI now pointless? I think it's pointless because you have created a whole lot of generation using that and you can't remove that now. You have to get used to of it. Yes, you should talk about the positive and negative aspects of that, the pros and cons of that. That should be taught. For example, I am just going through a event that where they are talking about that even social media should be allowed for students or kids under 16 or not. So these debates should be healthy, not in a fighting way. That and because by the time they realize the pros impacts, then they should be allowed or not. So similarly, in students in universities, they should be taught the positives and negative first, and then they should allow that. Okay, now it's your decision. Exactly, these are the pros, these are the cons of ChatGPT, AI, Claude, Grok, everything. But now you have to decide. So that the knowledge, the information should be public first in the universities as well. I think so. At the induction of university, that's first thing should be done. The information about AI, that this is down to you now. How you want to use it, you are open for it because it is a public thing. Everyone should be allowed, but we should teach others and then expect the decision. Hopefully that was informative. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.